I know they about to be sick of me, Lord. I don't even know why they let me do it. It's crazy, but they let me. Hey, y'all. Oh, hello, everyone. Hello. Hey, everybody. Y'all already know I am on one this evening. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Y'all wanna see my costume? Listen. Y'all y'all see? Instead of being Pharaoh, I'm gonna be a Pharaohess today about what we teaching on. Can y'all see me? Y'all see? So I'm a Pharaoh today. I got my snake bracelet and my snake earrings and my snake hat on now. Is y'all ready? Okay. Mm-hmm. Y'all ready to get it in? Is we ready? This is what we studied. I know my handwriting is absolutely chicken scratch, but get over it. There we go. Y'all see it? Exodus 8 in the ERV and book 2, page 437. Y'all ready? I told y'all I was about to put this stuff to use. Don't play with me. Y'all about to be sick of me. I'm telling you right now. Right? Come on. We about to read. I'm about to be Pharaoh. But a girl. Come on. We're going to Exodus 8, and then you need book 2, page 437. Is y'all ready? Come on. Hola. Because I'm ready to use my staff. It lights up. Come on now. All right. Exodus 8 and book 2. Y'all ready? Don't be laughing at me, Tone. I'm an Egyptian princess today. A queen. I'm actually a pharaoh, but I'm a lady. So we just gonna move on with that. We about to study today. Yes, we is, girl. That's why I got all this stuff on here. Y'all see me? This is what the real Egyptian princesses look like right here now. This is what they look like. Y'all know that, right? Mm-hmm. They're not the ones you see in the book. This what they used to look like right here. This is the hair. It wasn't braided wigs. This is what you saw right here. This is what it was. All right. So Exodus 8. I don't know if we're gonna do international, the new international or easy read. Let me see which one is gonna work out better real quick. You can read it in whatever version. You know, I just be trying to read it, so just in case my babies is listening. Oh, I didn't hear myself. Plus, I know my circle littles. They like to see TT in their costumes. They be like, I want that. All right. What is this? This is not. There we go. Y'all ready? Is we ready, family? I'm ready. I wish I could break this down and make it smaller. It's bigger than me. Yes, me is doing some. Yes. All right. Is we ready? Y'all ready? it's sliding stuff. Ain't nothing. It ain't still where it's supposed to be. It is. Which side is it? It's this side. I think it's supposed to go to. Ain't no. Wait a minute. No. Oh, I forgot this dang thing is backwards. Is what it is, making me feel crazy. There we go. Now it's right. Like, wow. All right, y'all. This is my costume. I'm a pharaoh today. Okay. Thank you, nephew. I be trying to put y'all. I was gonna put like a gold thing on here, but I was like, they get it. They get it. Y'all get it. Mm-hmm. So, is y'all ready? Thank you. Verse 1. We at 8 and 1. Is y'all ready? I'm ready for this. Okay. Thank you. Miss Sandra, do you know my youngest daughter just told me that 2 minutes before I got on here? Because she called me and I had missed her call because I was getting ready and then I called her back. And she was like, what you doing? I said, I'm about to teach. She said, Mom, you make learning fun. That's what she said. Pharaoh Circa, right? Pharaoh Circa, exactly. I like it. Yes, Pharaoh Circa. That's who we gonna be today. That's who I am. Pharaoh Circa. Instead of Pharaoh, I'm Pharaoh Circa today. Okay? No. We in regular Bible Exodus. Okay, so you're in your regular Bible in Exodus. Thank you so much, Mr. Percy. Your regular Bible, Exodus 8, and then book 2, page 437. Yep. Listen, get God on the line for what? We about to get him on the line. Look, now, come on. We about to get this in. Let's go. Hurry up. I'm excited about this costume, though. I ain't even gonna lie. It got wings on it. It got wings, y'all. Y'all ready? Come on. I'm ready to get this in. Thank you so much. Come on, y'all. Okay. So Exodus, right? Thank you so much, y'all. I just want y'all to get, come on, we in there. Come on. All right. The women were pharaohs, I know. So, but I'm gonna be Pharaoh Circa today. That's who I am. Okay. So it says, then the Lord told Moses, go to Pharaoh and tell him that the Lord says, let my people go to worship me. And if you refuse to let my people go, then I will fill Egypt with frogs, amphibians. Okay. The Nile River will be filled with frogs. They will come from the river and enter your houses. They will be in your bedrooms and in your beds. They will be in the houses of your officials and in your ovens and in your jars of water. The frogs will be all over you, your people and your officials. Then the Lord said to Moses, tell Aaron to hold the walking stick. They got the snake on the top of it. In his hand over the canals and over the rivers and over the lakes. And then the frogs will come up out onto the land of Egypt. So Pharaoh, or Pharaoh today, hard-headed self, the Almighty God, okay, is sitting on his throne, looking down on earth, saying, these Nephilim got me messed up. These reprobates, they were never even supposed to be created, and then you dare to enslave my people and have them worshiping hybrids who do magic and eat flesh and consort with sorcerers and demons. You beat my people unjustly for them to build all of these monolithic cities that people will see for thousands of years around the world. And you want to be remembered as gods, but I'm going to blot your names out. I'm going to do that. Keep playing with me. The very reptilians that you all made, I'm going to make them haunt you. You love reptilians so much, they're going to be in your water. They're going to be in your bed. Since y'all want to play with my animals, I'm going to show you who really control them. Since y'all want to play with the elements, I'm going to really show you who controls that. You do not take my creation and make it into what you want to make it into and then tell me that they're not going to worship me. They're going to worship you. You take what I made already perfect and splice it and make monsters to terrorize my people. Your leaders, you want my people to worship as gods, and they're monsters. Physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I got something for you. Since y'all want to have the snake as your symbol, I'm going to take that same snake and torture you with it. Every lake, every river, anything that got water in it is going to have a frog in it. Reptilian mom. 6. So Aaron raised his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came out onto the land of Egypt. The first Pied Piper. Where they get that from? And he controlled the rats. There it go. Right there. So, excuse me. 7. The magicians used their magic to do the same thing. Give me a second. I should have got these down, but I didn't. I wasn't thinking that far. Gotta get all my tools. We're going to use this one today. So this God staff right here, the big one, and this going to be the magician staff. This what they got right here. They don't get a full-size staff in our world. They get the little stuff. We're not giving them more. So the frogs came. God's prophet, okay, put his stick that had a snake on it over every river and every body of water, and the frogs came. And then the magicians with their sticks came. Okay, now look at this. I don't want you to miss this. This right here is very important. Listen what I'm saying. Y'all ready? The magicians use their magic to do the same thing. Hear me again. The magicians did their magic, and my Jesus, and they were able to undo what the Almighty God did. You get that? God did it, and they had enough power with magic to undo it. Did you get that? So listen, 6 says, so Aaron takes his staff and puts it over the water, and all of the frogs come. He's endowed with the power of God. Okay? They came. The next scripture says that when the magicians, the sorcerers, the warlocks came, they were able to do the exact same thing that Aaron did. Who gave them that power to undo what God did? Where did the Egyptian pharaohs and sorcerers get the fallen angels? Their dads and their moms. The sorceresses, the witches. That in Enoch it says that they came down and they taught them. Now, get your book too. We're going to come back to that. So we know that in the 6th chapter, they had enough power, Aaron did, to bring the frogs. He used his stick with the snake on the top of it, brought the frogs. Then the Egyptians, their sorcerers, came with their sticks endowed with magic and did the exact same thing to undo it. So they had enough power with the magic that God created. Now you understand why we was never supposed to use it. Because God knows that once men got the power of magic, they would instantly start undoing every single thing that he did. You don't see where they said the magic is undone? What version are you reading? Because I'm in the ERV, and right here, it says, so Aaron raised his hand over the waters out of Egypt, and the frogs began to come out of the water and covered the land. 7 says, the magicians used their magic to do the same thing. So even more frogs came onto the, out onto the land of Egypt. Excuse me, not undo, but do the same thing. Excuse me, not undo, but do the same thing. Excuse me. More frogs. You're right. I'm sorry. To do the same thing. What I meant was power. They had the same power. Excuse me, y'all. Not undo, but to do the same thing that Moses had power to do. Y'all reading it. Y'all got it. Y'all get what I'm saying. They had the same power to do what Moses and them did. How, when Moses and them is endowed with the power of God, what were they endowed with? Who gave them their power to do that? Are y'all hearing me? Y'all getting this? God is on his throne and gives an order for the angel to go tell Moses, this is what you need to go and tell this man. God says, I'm going to bring a plague. And he said, I got magicians too. And they have your magic. Are y'all starting to see why God started getting angry with the Egyptians? It says Pharaoh was full of pride. right? Okay. Now look. Now go to your book 2. Page 437. The two that went up against Moses are Jannes and Jambres. Okay? Y'all getting this? I'm trying, it's backwards is the issue. Okay? So here we go now. Listen. Now this is their version of the story. It's in Coptic and it's in pieces, but I'm going to flip back and forth through both of them, okay? Okay. So it says, having summoned all his servants, both the wise men and the magicians, and after 7 days, when he was walking about in his house, he saw the plant flourish, and that the branches were already providing shade. And when he had ordered, when he had become whatever, he ordered to sit under a certain apple tree or Malia. And when he was seated there, a great earthquake occurred, and from heaven the sound of thunder and lightning, so that the branches of the shelter broke off. And when he saw what had happened, Jannes ran into the library where his magical tools were. And they came clothing, so it breaks up. So if you go down a little bit, it says, saying the Lord of the earth and the overseer over the universe has sent us to lead you away to Hades. Henceforth, you will be a companion of the dead. Forever you will be pitied. Then the two clad in white, let there be granted to him still 14 days in the house after that. Okay? So basically what happened was, after the magician cast his last spell and did what God did, 2 angels came to him, y'all. 2 angels came to him and said, you got 14 days to live. As soon as he flicked his wrist the last time, the angel showed up and said, we taking you to Hades, but you got 14 days to live. Soon as he did his last spell. What do they teach us all the time? That magic costs, right? Magic costs. Ain't that what they tell us? Okay. So y'all know this is broken up. So I'm just trying to get through so that I'm going to have to flip back and forth. So it says, down at the bottom of 437, it says, and also to Jambres, my brother, to attend to you and to heed faithfully. Then he approached and kissed her. He was talking to his mama, fighting back tears. When she had left, he let his tears flow. And he took leave of his friends, having urged them to all care for his mother. Then he took his brother with him to Memphis, this is in Egypt, and handed him the book. And he said, brother, I am passing on to you a document. Keep it secret and take heed so as to not go forth on the day when the king marches out with the grandees of Egypt against the people of the Hebrews, and do not accompany them. And something to be ill of the soul and from death and from God of heaven, right? So then it goes down and it says, if you skip down from there, on the other side, because this is like broken up because there's pieces or whatever. So then it says, men and brothers, I took up a position against a certain Hebrew. And when he had not yet finished speaking, emissaries came from the palace saying, come quickly and oppose Moses, the Hebrew, who is performing wonders to the amazement of all. And in the presence of the king, Jannes opposed Moses and his brother by doing everything, that's Aaron, by doing everything that they had done. Then the fatal disease struck him on the spot,
And with a painful ulcer, he went to the Hedra, and after a while sent word to the king, saying, "This act of power is of God. Therefore, I deliberately opposed Moses, something to grieve him not, and because of that, he hazarded in the daytime. Therefore, regarding money and possessions against us, make ready for the morning, and all the things be observed." Okay, so basically, as soon as he flicked that last spell, so he did every single thing, whatever God told Moses to do, he did, trying to show their great power. So whatever plague God did, they did the same thing. Thank you so much. Okay? But the moment that magician, that sorcerer, flicked his last spell, 2 angels showed up in the room, and he was the only one that could see him. Nobody else could see him. He's in the king's court, y'all. In the king's court. Everybody is there. You see, it said the king called everybody to so that he could see his magicians battle. Basically, it was Moses and the magicians battling with metaphysic power or whatever, spiritual power. Okay, is y'all getting this? In front of all of the kings and all the people and all of these people. Okay. And as soon as he flicked his wrist to do the last spell, God said, "I got you." And 2 angels showed up in the midst of all these people, but nobody else could see him but him. And they said, hey, you got 14 days to live. That was basically stage 4 cancer. He got an ulcer. Cancer is like ulcers. It eats up at you. They can give a person whose last spell? The magician Janus. So the 2 magicians that went up against Moses in Egypt were Janus and Jambres. When they went and did everything that Moses did to show their skill and their power, the last time he flicked his wand, 2 angels showed up behind him and said, "Hey, you about to die. So you got 14 days. You might want to get your affairs in order because we coming to get you." Tell me that's not crazy, y'all. Tell me that's not crazy. So they wore all of these stones and gold. All of these mean something. They have all of this power. Here go y'all rocks right here. Okay, they got the power of the snake on their hand. They got all of these intricate stones all over their body. Gold is a conduit. We know that. Okay. Serpents. Either medicine or poison. Okay. So they wore what they represented. They wore what felt like their power came from. Okay? So look. So I'm going to skip because I told y'all this is like broken up because they found remnants of it. So we going to move to 440 down at the bottom, right? And basically, Jambres and Mambres is interchangeable. I told y'all they be changing the letters. So you just got to know who it is. So it says, basically, Jambres opened the magical books of his brother Janus, and he performed necromancy and brought up from the netherworld his brother's shade. Where have we seen this before in the Bible? We just read this recently. Who in the Bible brought up somebody's shade? Y'all remember? Saul, but who brought it up? The witch of Endor, the witch of Endor, the witch of Endor did, the woman. And we know from Enoch that what happened? Shade is sold. You lost it, what? The witch of Endor, right. So basically, what has happened is the two magicians that went against Moses when God kept saying, let my people go, they did everything that Moses did. They had the power. They showed that they had the power to do everything that Moses did. But as soon as the oldest brother, whatever, or whichever brother flicked his little whatever, two angels showed up behind him and said, you got 14 days to live. You're going to die. So then he goes, he talks to his mom, he talks to all of his officials. He gives his brother his book of shadows. Not that this is one, it's a journal. But he calls his brother, he said, hey man, come here. Come here. I gotta give you something. When you go out and the king goes out after the people, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to make it. So what I need you to do is take this and when the king goes out, you don't go. And you hold this. And it's secret knowledge, occult knowledge. It's the spells that I've been doing. But I shouldn't have ever gone up against that Hebrew because I know that the reason that I'm dying is because of the Almighty God. Okay? So he gives his brother a book of shadows. Okay? When he dies, or his spell book. Okay? So he's telling his brother, he brought his brothers. So the younger brother, he has died now because the younger brother has brought him up from the Netherworld. And it says, the soul of Janus said in response, I, your brother, did not die unjustly, but indeed justly. And the judgment will go against me, since I was more clever than all clever magicians, and opposed the two brothers, Moses and Aaron, who performed great signs and wonders. And as a result, I died and was brought from among the living to the netherworld, where there is great burning, the pit of perdition, whence no ascent is possible. Now then, brother Mambres, make sure you do good in your life to your children and friends. For in the netherworld, no good exists, only gloom and darkness. We know that from Enoch. Right? Or Ezra. Ezra and Enoch tells us, right? That on the second and the fifth level of heaven is gloom and darkness. So we know where he at in the netherworld. And they go to the darkest parts of hell, which is the fifth floor. The fifth floor is the darkest part that we know of right now. Right? So look, he said, make sure you do good in your life to your children and friends, for in the netherworld no good exists, only gloom and darkness. And after you will have died and come to the netherworld among the dead, your abode will be 2 cubits wide and 4 cubits long. He even told him how big his cell was going to be. So after the first magician brother died, that went against Moses and Aaron, his brother went and used the spell book that he gave him and brought his shade up and said, bro, what happened? He was like, oh no, I died because I went up against Moses and Aaron. Okay? And we know that this can happen because the witch of Endor brought up Samuel for Saul. And he said, what's going to happen? He said, don't worry about it. You'll be here with me tomorrow. You and your sons, because y'all going to lose on the battlefield. Remember? Remember? So we know that that's true. Okay. Okay. We definitely pray for a safe labor. Y'all, we got a circle little on the way. Active labor. Congratulations. And we are praying for a safe delivery. Yes. That's crazy. We getting a lot of circle littles. I told you. Didn't I tell y'all we getting a lot of circle littles? Y'all didn't believe me. We about to have some additions to the circle little crew. Yes. We got some big cousins that was just born 2 months ago, but they already big cousins and stuff. And you prego too. Yeah, it's a lot of y'all. We got a whole bunch of circle littles that's coming into the family. I'm so excited about it. I am. I'm very excited. It's a lot of little ones. Thank you. Okay, so look. So we've heard what happened, okay, to the magicians that decided to use God's magic to show him up. Right? Right? I'm a circle uncle. Yes, you are. You a circle uncle, a circle brother, a circle cousin. Like, it's the whole thing around here. Like, you don't even know how many family members you got. If you ain't never been an uncle, an auntie, a great auntie or uncle, you one now. There you go. It's going to be a lot of them too, so get your baby bags ready. Okay. So look. So we back here now to Exodus 8, y'all. Come on back to Exodus 8. I'm a circle auntie. It's hilarious. He said, I'm a circle uncle. I love it. Yes, you have other family members that you've never met for real. Okay, so look. So we know what happened, right? We know what happened to the magicians that went against Moses. We know exactly what happened to them. So now we back over here in Exodus. Okay. So we know that Aaron raised his staff and it worked. The magician raised his staff and it worked. Okay. In 8, it says, Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, ask the Lord to remove the frogs from my people. Hey, bro, come here. Somebody go get Moses and Aaron. Where they at? Bring them to me now. Bring them here in my courts right now. Bring them here. I can imagine him sitting up there. Because it just seemed like the Egyptian people was real prideful. And you got to think, it's probably extra large. Okay? But I'm going to be Pharaoh today. Okay? I'm going to be Pharaoh today. Thank you so much, right? So Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, ask the Lord to remove the frogs from me and my people, and I will let the people go to offer sacrifices to the Lord. And Moses said to Pharaoh, I will pray for you, your people, and your officials. Then the frogs will leave you and your houses. They will remain only in the river. When do you want the frogs to go away? Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? Mom said, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it. But when you want them to leave? You know, because I kind of control when they leave and when they stay. So we're, thank you. When you want them to go. Because I got power. Hello. Because they had cell phones back then. They had no kids. So they was calling somebody. Hello? Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm asking him when he wants the frogs to leave. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah, hold on. When you want to leave? I want to leave tomorrow. Yeah, he said he wanted to leave tomorrow. Yeah, the day after today. Yep, that's what he said. Yeah. Yep. Well, I guess they was powerful with their little sticks and stuff, but you gave me this to your staff, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah, I did. I hit him with the flex. I did, like you said. I hit him with it. I did. Over the lakes, I hit them with the flex too. I kind of hit them with a half flex. You know what I'm saying? Because they like smaller than the rivers and stuff. You know what I mean? I did. Yeah, I did what you said. Well, it worked. It sure did. It did. It did. I think the last frog is, yep, he's jumping out of here now. I see him. Hey, Kermit. How are you? Yeah. Okay. So you could do that? If he lets him go. So tomorrow, tell him he got it. Okay, I don't trust here, Aaron. Hold my stick because I don't trust him. If he moves, bust him. But hold my stick, Aaron. Okay. Excuse me. Hold on 1 second. You got it? All right. He said, if you let his people go tomorrow, he'll take the frogs away. That's what he said. You gonna let him go? I'm gonna let him go. He said they're gonna let him go tomorrow. He said that's good. Yeah, that's what he said. All right. Okay. All right, thanks. Thanks, Aaron. He said if you going to let him go, he'll let him go tomorrow. That's what he said. You're gonna have to let him go tomorrow though. You got it? Okay, good. Moses said it will happen as you say. In this way, you will know that there is no God like our Lord. I'm sorry, like the Lord our God. The frogs will leave you, your house, and your official's house, and your people, and they will only remain in the river. Moses and Aaron left Pharaoh. Moses prayed to the Lord about the frogs he had sent against Pharaoh, and the Lord did what Moses asked. The frogs died in the houses, in the yards, and in the fields. They began to rot, and the whole country began to stink. Get me something somebody give me something for my nose. What is that horrid smell? I'm the king. I shouldn't have to smell this. Somebody get these frogs out of here. Somebody give me something to rub them. Okay. Oh, how long is this godforsaken plague gonna last? Oh, he said it started to stink. You hear me? That's what it said in the word. It said it started to stink. But when Pharaoh saw that they were free of frogs, he again became stubborn. Pharaoh did not do what Moses and Aaron asked him to do. This happened just as the Lord said. I changed my mind. All the frogs gone? Yeah, I ain't letting them go. You gonna bring some frogs over here and act like while he here, I be quiet. But when he leave, I start talking again. Y'all, Pharaoh was the number one person of that. When Moses was there with that staff, he said, yep. We cool, homie. I got you. Soon as he left, I ain't doing nothing, man. Who he think he's talking to, man? I'm Pharaoh Circa. You don't run my kingdom. I just wanted you to get the frogs gone, bro. I ain't letting nobody go. How about that? Don't nobody run my kingdom but me. Now, go get all my wise men and put some wars up around here so that God of the Israelites can't get up in here. Them and them angels and stuff. Put the wards up. Get them up. Mm-hmm. So the Lord sent crabs. Mm-mm. It was some itchy fools around now. Ooh. The Lord sent crabs on them. Real ones. The scratchy kind. They needed some red. It said, then the Lord said to Moses, tell Aaron. Miss Sandra, I really love you for sending me this. Y'all gonna get sick of seeing this one. I do Lord of the Rings. I'm using it, and I just already got all my stuff. So then the Lord said to Moses, tell Aaron to raise his stick and hit the dust on the ground. And everywhere in Egypt, dust will become lice. I worked in daycare, family, in 1999 and 2000. Okay? And let me tell you this. It was a little girl, Destiny. I'll never forget her. Every week she had lice, and her lice was so bad they were flying out of her hair. You could part her hair and see them moving around on her scalp, and they were black. You could part this. They would try to grease her hair up. Baby, you could see them, and they would be flying out of her hair. They would have to put a bag on her hair, take her to the office, and call her mama. This was like every week. So I've seen this in live action. So could you imagine that every single dirt spot outside is moving? No, she wasn't black. Could y'all imagine Circa being there for real? No, because I couldn't, because I would have died as soon as I went outside and saw the dirt moving. Go outside right now if it's not too late where yet and look outside and imagine all of the dirt that you see. Because you got to think there's dirt under the grass. God said every single place that it is dirt, once you hit it, it's going to instantly turn to crabs, lice. And they did this, and Aaron raised his stick in his hand and hit the dust on the ground. And everywhere in Egypt, the dust became lice. The lice got on the animals and on the people. The magicians used their magic and tried to do the same thing. But the magicians could not make lice come from the dust. Excuse me. The lice remained on the animals and on the people. So the magicians told Pharaoh that the power of God did this. But Pharaoh refused to listen to them. This happened just as the Lord said. So God let them do the same thing all them last times, but this time it wasn't no joke. God said, gotcha. Your little stick ain't gonna work now. Your potions ain't gonna work. None of your magic is going to work. Not this time. Because when I told him to hit the ground, everywhere in Egypt, the dirt became alive. And it was on the animals. It was on the people. Could you imagine? Did y'all see in Egypt, most of the people had locks? They had starter locks or some kind of twist. And when they let their hair down, it was... Could you imagine all of your hair from the tip to the root covered in lice? You got hair on your body. Everywhere. The lice remained on the animals and the people. So the magicians told Pharaoh that the power of God did this. Even the magicians had to acknowledge God's power. And they realized that with all of their spells and all of their incantations and all of their sacrifices and all of the things that they used to try to either do what God did or undo what God did, it still didn't overpower God. The most powerful magicians on the planet at that time could not undo what God did. With the magic that he gave to his angels, that they came down and shared with the woman, that they then passed to their sons, who were the rulers of ancient Persia, ancient Egypt, ancient Ethiopia. So now everywhere you see, the ground is moving. Every animal you see, it look like it's just moving things all over them. It's all over the people. Lice is why they started shaving their heads and started wearing wigs. Come on. Because amen, you just took my next thing, Phaedra, but amen. I love you. Thanks. You got to my next point, but she did it. So we'll move past that. Thank you. Yes. So, but Pharaoh refused to listen to them, and this happened just as the Lord said. So we're gonna skip past the flies. And go to the next chapter real quick. So 9. Where is it? 10. Hold on, y'all. It might not be 9. Give me 1 second. Okay. Go to Exodus 11 for me, y'all. Please. Go to Exodus 11. Tell Corey I said that TT said thank you. Hey, y'all. I'm Pharaoh Circa today, courtesy of my staff and all. It lights up, Corey. Oh, y'all know I'm a big kid. It don't matter. Hold on. It lights up, Punky Butt. Look it. Just give me TT a second. I'm going to show you. It really lights up. Do you see it? Your TT's real crazy. Mm-hmm. I told y'all my babies be watching, so I got to be careful because they be watching. They be watching. All right. So Exodus 11, and then we going to get out of here. We've been on 55 minutes. We had a long class earlier. Oh, tell my baby, all my babies I said thank you. Right. So let's go to 11, y'all, real quick. So it says, then the Lord said to Moses, I have one more disaster to bring against Pharaoh and Egypt. After this, he will ask you to leave Egypt. In fact, he will force you to leave his country. God said the very people that's been holding you captive, what I'm about to hit them with, they're going to be trying to push you out the door. The blow that I am about to bring to Egypt with their prideful self, with their wicked selves. Okay? He said the blow I'm about to deal him, yeah, he gonna let him go. Watch this. Watch this. It says, you must give this message to the Israelites. Men and women, you must ask your neighbors to give you things made of silver and gold. The Lord caused the Egyptians to be kind to the Israelites. The Egyptians, even Pharaoh's own officials, already considered Moses to be a great man. Moses said to the king, the Lord Almighty says, at midnight tonight, I mean, my staff for this, it made me feel powerful. No. At midnight tonight, I will go through Egypt, and every firstborn son in Egypt will die. From the firstborn son of Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, to the firstborn son of the slave girl grinding grain. God said, I'm taking them from the top to the bottom. Everybody's son got to go. You ain't going to let my people go. You ain't even going to be able to hold your people. Don't even worry about it. The same way you made my people cry, y'all about to cry. But you're going to cry a lot longer than they did because you ain't never getting yours back. Spooky to fall in the hands of an angry God. He kept playing with God's people, giving them false hope, lying, doing all that he was big enough and bad enough to do. His magicians, his wise men, his sorcerers, all of the people that he... Y'all don't know. I just found this too, which I'm so excited about. What did I do with it? Where is it, sir? Oh, where did you put it? There it is. I got entirely too many things in this room. It's back. Oh, yes. So in the nighttime, you wait until Moses and Aaron are not around, and you have your slave owners beat my people, right? You've used your magic to create portals for demons to come through, right? You done use every bit of magic you can, and on top of that, you whipping my people to call yourself hurting me. But guess what? I got something for you. I got something for you. Y'all use y'all whips to break in the backs of my slaves, but I'm about to show you just how much magic I got in one night. I'm about to show you my might in one night. I'm going to take all y'all miracles that y'all did in the dark, all of your magic that you learned in the dark when you was creeping around, because you can't do my stuff that I gave y'all in the light. There's no way that you can. You learned it in the dark. You worked your magic in the dark, but everything that I'm about to do it in the dark. But guess what? When y'all wake up, it's going to be a sad day. See, y'all moved in the dark and learned the craft. You moved in the dark and you shed innocent blood. You moved in the dark and thought you was going against my plan, but I had a cake bake for y'all. Let me show you what it was. God had a cake baked for everybody in Israel that had mistreated God's people. Everybody was going to feel God because Pharaoh made the Israelites feel him. Work longer days, less food, less water. They in the middle of Egypt. Whipping them. Remember why Moses left? Y'all don't remember why Moses left? Moses left because he saw Egyptian taskmaster beating the hell out of a Hebrew. You don't remember? That's why Moses had to leave and he murked him. Remember? So you have to know that when God was all doing all of this, that the Israelites was going through hell. That's why they didn't want to leave at first, because every time you come around Moses, our life get worse. We already had too much work to do. Now they got us doing more work. For Moses said to the king, Moses said to the king, the Lord says, at midnight tonight I will go to Egypt, and every firstborn son in Egypt will die. From the firstborn of son of Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, to the firstborn son of the slave girl grinding grain. Even the firstborn animals will die. The crying in Egypt will be worse than at any time in the past or any time in the future. We'll just say it was 4 million people. Well, we know it was more than that. But we'll just say it was 4 million people living in Egypt at that time. Do you realize that every single household was going to see death? Every single household. It was dead animals and dead bodies. Crocodiles, dead. Hippopotamus, dead. Birds, dead. Camels, dead. Horses, dead. Orangutans and all of the exotic animals that they had, dead. Could you imagine hearing all of those mothers and fathers crying simultaneously as everybody woke up? Rocking their babies, rocking their sons, fathers banging on their chests, Because guess what? The Almighty God then came through in the dark. Your 50-year-old son, 60-year-old son that got children, your 20-year-old son, your 6-day-old baby, the baby you just pushed out in the middle of the night. As soon as God breathed life into them, he took it. There was mothers giving birth at this time to their first born, my Jesus, or they was delivering stillborns, miscarriages, because if you was pregnant, no, excuse me, firstborn, so they hadn't been born yet. But we don't know, because it would have been their firstborn. So we don't know if God allowed the women that were pregnant with sons to miscarry all simultaneously. Then you go outside, and if you only got one cow or one bull or one goat, and it's male, there go your animal that you use to make money. If you got one ox that you use for plowing, and it was the firstborn, you ain't got no money no more. So not only did God affect your household and your child is dead, 9 times out of 10, because this is an agricultural place, you ain't gonna have no money either. See, that's how you worked my people for free. Now you're gonna work your own land, and it's gonna be hard on you. The same way you made it hard for my people, because the animals that you use to till the land, you don't have them anymore. Not only am I taking your sons who work in the fields, I'm taking the animals they was working with. Do y'all see when people piss God off and he being trying to give you chance after chance after chance after chance, and your heart gets more wicked? Your heart gets harder. You get more evil. You think of as many things that you could do to slap my God in the face while his breath is pumping in and out of your veins, however many breaths per second. Because you do a spell and it changed something? Because you use his magic against him, that makes you feel prideful? Make you feel like you're doing something? He always gonna pull rank. Come on now. Look at that. It says the crying in Egypt will be worse than at any time in the past or any time in the future. It still ain't going to be nobody hearing that much screaming because all of their children are dead. Okay? But none of the Israelites or their animals will be hurt. Not even a dog will bark at them. La, la. Could you imagine being an Israelite? That probably was a weird space to be in while you walking down the street with your sons and you got 6 of them and they know that because they've seen you every day. All of these Israelites walking through and they got all their sons with them, all their animals. You don't think the Egyptians was angry? Could you imagine? Could you imagine you're cradling your son? Think about this though. Some people lost their son and their husband because if your son was the firstborn son to his parents, you lost your husband and your son on the same day. It said all firstborn sons. So not only did you lose your husband, you lost your child and the animals that you use to make money. Our firstborn sons mean your husband and your son. Because it was the men, the sons of the Egyptians, that was mistreating God's people. They were the slave masters and the people over the provinces and the Could you imagine the look in these Egyptian faces when they saw the Israelites walking with their children, their husbands, and their animals? Thank you. Why all you hear is screaming from the Egyptians as far as you can hear, all the way up to the palace. Every single household, except for the Israelites' house, is screaming and hollering and in pain. They animals is dead. They husbands is dead. They children are dead. Husbands, nephews, grandfathers, great-grandfathers, you said it. Won't be no more y'all evil folks. Then you will know that the Lord has treated Israel differently from Egypt. And y'all want to be an Egyptian? Fine. Not me. Fine. Have at it. I'll dress up. But talking about I'm in Egypt, I see what God did to them. He said, I want y'all to know I'm going to treat them better than I treat y'all. And yes, there's a difference between y'all and them. Thank you so much. So, he says, then you will know that the Lord has treated Israel differently from Egypt. All these officials of yours will come down and bow to me. And they will say, leave and take all your people with you. Only then will I leave. And then in anger, Moses left the meeting with Pharaoh. Then the Lord told Moses, the reason Pharaoh did not listen to you is so that I can show my great power in Egypt. Because everybody on the earth was scared of the Egyptians. Y'all don't remember this? The Egyptians ruled the world at one point in time. They were the power. So they did what they wanted to do, however they wanted to do it to whoever they wanted to do it to. And God said, now I'm about to pull rank and show everybody in the world that I'm even stronger than Egypt. Egypt ain't messing with me. He took the strongest superpower culture and pulled rank. He knew Egypt was renowned for everything that they did. That's why he chose Pharaoh. He knows that they had the best magicians. He knew that they had electricity and cell phones and flying saucers and the whole nine. He knew. That's why he chose them. You always beat up the bully and then you ain't got to worry about nobody else. Knock the bully down. Put your foot in their throat. Ain't nobody else gonna try you. Beat up the bully. That's what God did. God beat up the bullies. He did. He beat up the bullies. Right? It says the reason Pharaoh did not listen to you is so that I can show off my great power in Egypt. This is why Moses and Aaron did all these great miracles in front of Pharaoh. And that is why the Lord made Pharaoh so stubborn that he would not let the Israelites leave his country. Who knew that? That God hardened Pharaoh's heart because God wanted to flex his muscles. Y'all cannot tell me my daddy is not petty. He picked the biggest bully, right? And then kept antagonizing him so he could flex and show the world what he do. And y'all still believe my daddy ain't the king of petty? Yeah, no. Y'all know this is going to be used for my Hindu thing when I get ready to. Don't worry about it. I'm on it. Everything got to be interchangeable. So when I get ready to do my Arabian Nights thing, we using this and this. Everything has to be interchangeable and everything. So I went over that, y'all. Thank you so much. I went over that because a lot of times when we going through stuff, we give our problems more power than we give God. Do y'all hear me? We give our problems more acknowledgement than we give God, who is bigger than the problem. Okay? This is why I'm telling y'all, look, it don't matter what's happening. God is bigger than every single situation, your boss, your husband, the girl at work, the rent, everything. It don't matter if it look like you losing as long as God is on your side, y'all. This is why I be trying to tell y'all, don't look at the problem. The problem is there so God can flex and show you a miracle. You do not get a miracle, okay? You do not get a miracle without a problem. The problem was Pharaoh, because he had magicians and all, thank you so much, and all of these different people, he was able to flex his muscles because you got to think, he could send spirits, he could send demons, he could do all these things. So everybody was scared of the Egyptians because they didn't just have massive armies, they had real warlocks and people that can make stuff happen. Spirits coming on and choking a person in the middle of the night. They had the power. So they kept the earth terrified. And God said, now I'm about to make y'all be terrified, and all the hurt and all of the pain that you have caused to everybody around the world, I'm about to put it on y'all in about a good week. You about to feel all, because you got to think about it. Every scary movie we see, if there is a witch or a warlock playing with somebody, don't they start to see bugs that ain't there? Don't they? Don't they start to see bugs that ain't there? Feel like bugs is crawling all on them. The witch be playing with the person's mind. God did it in real life. I ain't gonna play with your mind and make you think it's no bugs crawling on you. It's really about to be bugs crawling on you. You have to go and look at the significance of the things that God used. They all have meaning. Because it's crazy that he let the flowers come and then the boils. Well, the bacteria could have been left in the water. He knew that later on, Pharaoh was not going to change his mind. So God could have let the bacteria for the boils get into the water. Because he already knew in a couple of days he about to lie and change his mind. Thank you. Yeah, them changing the 10 Commandments. Y'all, it's Chrislam. The one world religion is here. This is what we've been prepping for. It's happening as we talked about it. Thank you so much. Right? You knew this was going to be a great class because they had my costume on. Y'all don't even know I'm stupid tired. I've been up all day and I tried to lay down and I couldn't. I was like, Lord, I don't want to cancel class. So I was like, I'm going to go on and do it, but I don't know what's coming out of me today because I'm sleepy. But I can't go to sleep. This might be a Native American headdress at one point in time too, because it's all the same stuff. This is the Native American beading. It's really Egyptian, but they just tell y'all it's Native American, but it's really Egyptian beading. And the headdresses that they wear, it just, you know, they had birds over here, so they was putting them, but it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, same patterns and stuff, same hieroglyphs and everything. This is, yeah. Mm-hmm. They said, oh, that's amazing Indian beading. Well, actually, it's Egyptian, but you know. The hairdressers, too. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's all. Yeah. No, it is the same. Yes. Thank you so much. So let me tell you this. I just want to say this and then I'm going to go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So just understand, it does not matter how much pressure the devil is putting on your neck, because my daddy's foot is bigger. And the same amount of pressure that your enemies are putting on you, they will feel that multiplied. Whatever pain that they are trying to cause you, God is going to make them feel that multiplied. So this is why it's best that you be on your best behavior and you are lining up what God wants you to do, so that when he do come back around and stuff hit, it can pass your house. So you will feel sorry for the people that have abused you. You will feel sorry for them. And I told y'all what happened to me. I told y'all that last year, before I left my husband, well, when he left my house, God kept telling me that something drastic, like crazy, was going to happen in a family, like bad. Tragic is what he said. Something tragic was going to happen. His mother, his auntie, they lost their youngest kids 6 months apart. His brother and his cousin. Both of them was younger than us. Some other things went on in the family as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So yes, I had to go through a lot of crazy stuff. I did. But the way, and mind you, he told me it wasn't going to happen until we was divorced. It kicked off 2 weeks after I got divorced. His brother, my divorce was final in May. His brother passed in the middle of June. It was like 15 days, 16 days, 2 weeks. And then the cousin passed 7 days after my birthday this year. Both of these people was young. And they were their mother's youngest children. Spooked me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It spooked the hell out of me. I was dead asleep when my daughter called me and was like, Mom, remember when you said, oh my God, it was true. This is what happened. Like, I was freaked out. I have seen the pharaohs in my life. God kept trying to give them, because that ain't the only person that's happened. Like, after we were, it's not. It's happened before, several times. Like, I would be interacting. It don't got to be somebody I'm dating. It could be a person that called themselves my friend. And I kept trying to do stuff, and they kept doing crazy stuff, and then crazy stuff be happening. This why I don't be trying to do nobody bad. Because you don't know how God is going to bring back what it is that you just put out. You have absolutely no idea of how he gonna bring it back. No idea. Thank you so much. I will. Thank you. Yeah? You don't know? You don't know. So you could be thinking you hurting that person and don't even realize you just gave yourself a big old scoop or whatever you just handed them. Multiplied. So maybe you gave them 1, you got 7 coming back to back. You can't even stop them. God just gonna open your mouth and pour it down there. I don't know if I did or not. Yeah. So just understand, y'all, whoever think they got their foot on your neck, God's foot, thank you so much. Whoever think they got their foot on your neck, look, they might have a magic. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Don't be pulling on my stuff, chair. The chair pulling on my wings, man. Get off my stuff. So look. Why have I not been pushing that over there this whole time? Because it was stuff in the way. Ooh, it just feels so good to have the floor free. Remember now, spiritual power. The devil's spiritual power. God's spiritual power. Can't even see it all almost. This is God's spiritual power. And this is the devil's. Who do you believe? Or this? So every time you think about your problem, this is the problem. And this is God. And this is how much power he has compared to this. Your problem is this big. The devil's power can only light up a little bit like that. It ain't doing much. It's a little thin. But my daddy's like a big, strong tree. And when he move around, things move around. So, get you one of these. This is the devil. This is not. Y'all knew I was going to have to get one of them in. Anyway. Woo! So there's that. Moving on. Hello? Nope. I was really talking about that. I was. No, I was. Really. I was. Heaven, that was not an inappropriate. It wasn't. I was giving them a reference on your power and they. Oh, don't use that no more. Okay, I won't. Thank you Sarah. Thank you. I can't use that reference no more. But you called them trees. You said that they was tallest trees, big tall trees. Lebanon is, as a matter of fact, and some of those trees are 230 feet tall. I know this. I looked it up. Oh, because you made them, you could. Please don't embarrass me in front of company, Dad. Can we talk about it later, please? Fine. You always get me in trouble. Let's do it! No, just this chair is gonna rip my stuff. Y'all always get me in trouble. That's why I had to get my phone, because y'all be trying to get, I gotta have a direct line to the Lord, because y'all be trying to get me in trouble. Listen. And excuse me for the people that I said they undid what God, what Moses and them did. They did the same thing, but God was letting them know, even though you can do the same thing that I got them doing, your power don't trump the power that I gave them. So, yes, y'all. About knocked me off my bed. Y'all are hilarious. Listen, I told y'all I like middle-sized trees too. It's not the tree size that I'm worried about. That's not it. The tree don't matter. Because the tree don't matter. What matters don't have nothing to do. That ain't what I'm worried about. Smell like the branches. Yep. Not too much worried about the tree. Let me stop. For folks be like, I don't care. I do not profess to live the fake church life that y'all be in the church thinking about it. I'm in my house, in a room in my house. So there's that. Y'all be at church, asking for prayer, and ain't nothing went nowhere. Good night, y'all. So there's that. I love y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I know y'all probably got shows to watch and whatever. You like that, Mr. Scientist? Well, good. That's good. That's good. Let me ask this before everybody go. Do y'all feel like this be making? Because I talked to some people today. My daughter, like I said, she said, "Mom, you make learning fun," and that really is my goal. I will say that the teachers that I had growing up, they always made learning fun. That's why I think I love learning so much. Our teachers were so freaking cool. So with that, I be trying to let y'all see it, because we got visual learners. Some people just can't sit and listen to you talk for an hour and 32 minutes straight. But if you got some of the stuff we got in here, whips and stuff, then it makes it a little bit more believable when you see it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ro. It's just a thing, because if your babies is around, like they said, my Titsy got her. I like her costume. Okay, so when you go and you tell them about Moses and let people go, they gonna remember seeing Titi in this crazy outfit. Well, my Titi Circa says that God has more power than the devil, because he brought the frogs and then they brought the frogs, but then God made it to where the frogs died and it was stinky and they didn't like it. And then I got really sad when I read it, and she was telling us, because then everybody died. And then everybody was like screaming, and she like got on the floor and she was like yelling, and that's how the mommies and daddies was yelling, because their babies did it. And then he finally let the people go. And their cows died too. You ever seen a dead cow before? I haven't. It probably stink. Ain't that? They gonna tell the whole story, all the business. And her had this thing on her head, and it kind of looked like this, mommy, when you don't got your thing on, when your braid is standing up right there for your leave out, mommy. It kind of looked like that, and then and she has the colors on it and stuff. Listen. Oh, that makes me happy, Niche. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Good night, Audrey. Tell them, Miss Hannah, tell them I said thank you. They said they look, that makes me happy, y'all. Y'all make me happy. I love it when the little babies know. I love it when the little babies know. That make because they gonna go to school and they gonna tell their friends, and so the word is being spread. They will tell the old people at the store. They're gonna tell everybody. You see what I mean? And they ear hustling. Thank you so much. They ear hustling, right? They listening. So now when they go, they gonna be like, she had a big old stick with a snake on it, and it lighted up. It's a real one. It had a real dragon on. Mommy, it lighted up. My TT Circle, her got a whip, and it light up too. And then sometimes she's a scary witch, but not for real, cause she just be like they gonna tell. I don't know how they do. Oh, Miss Dixon, tell them thank you for being here. They gonna tell all your business, all of it. That's why I'm happy my kids is grown, because now the grandkids get to tell their business, and I'm gonna be like, for real. Look, tell Sue Grandma what she do. Mm-hmm. What she waited till I left. What they say? Tell Sue Grandma. She did. She put the toy in the closet. Soon as I left, I knew she was gonna take the batteries out of it. Push the button. Let me see. Go over there and act like you're playing with it. She put it in your closet. Put your mom on the phone. I'm ready. I am ready. Go on and tell Grandma what they said when she left. Your mama be cussing. She do. When she go sit outside, what she do? It be smoke coming from her mouth, Mama. I can see it. Tell me, and they had a party on Thursday. Who all was over there? Okay. Run Grandma that news, please and thank you. Yes. My granddaughter's came in the room with her tablet. She cut the tablet off and said Indian style. Oh, and she's 6. Thank you so much. I ain't gonna do it. You hear me? Not today. I'm about to get off here. About to get off. I'm going to go. I love y'all. But I ain't gonna lie. It do put a lump in my throat to hear that my little bitty circle littles be listening to the Bible, y'all. They listen to the Bible. They pay attention. You just got to make it fun for them so that they can learn too. You know what I'm saying? They want to learn. They do. Even your teenagers, they want to learn, but make it fun. Make it interesting when you telling them. Pharaoh Circa, and I'm out. No, I'm just playing. I see y'all tomorrow. Y'all, I love y'all. Thank you so much. I'm Pharaoh Circa. Y'all see me. I'm Pharaoh Circa today, boy. Ain't that how they do it? My old club pictures, look. Pharaoh Circle at your service. Y'all gonna see this again when I'm a Hindu woman, so don't act brand new. Act like you ain't never seen it before. Anything that has to do with the ancient Mesopotamia, if I plan on doing it, this gonna be the outfit. So it's gonna be Egyptian, it's gonna be Hindu, it's gonna be whatever we need it to be. So I love y'all. Good night, family. Thank you so much, Miss Ida. I love y'all. I absolutely love y'all. Good night. Oh, good night. So y'all get ready to get your hair bust in the morning because I already been working on something. We gonna go finally get through some of these tomorrow. And I found some interesting things in there. But I gotta get my stuff together. So we probably won't have an early class. It'll probably be about 10 or 11 tomorrow. Lord's willing. Everybody say their prayers. My circle littles, you got to say your prayers before you go to bed. Moms and dads, make sure that you are asking God to encamp angels around your house, warring angels, and then pray over them babies before they go to sleep. Okay? Ask God to give them peaceful sleep, right? So that they can get up and have productive days tomorrow. Y'all too. Ask God to give y'all peaceful sleep so that you don't wake up yelling at folks early in the morning. You're welcome. You've been reading. Good job. Good job. That makes me excited. I gotta send some more books out tonight. I'll probably do that in the morning now. So I love y'all. Yes, pray before you leave the house. Miss Ramsey said that's a true thing. Yes. Pray before you leave the house. Warring angels, yes. Angels that fight in the spirit. Warrior angels. Yes. I always ask God to encamp a chain link fence, so side by side, shoulder by shoulder of chain link fence around anywhere I live. In the spirit. Y'all think about how tall angels are? And they used to do that in supernatural and in the witches. Not the witches, but the magicians. Will I get married again? Of course. But not to just anybody. Gotta see what kind of books you're trying to get. That's gonna matter to me. Mm-hmm. I'm here. Y'all know how, wait, look, y'all know how Cinderella, her prince went looking for, he had that shoe. The one coming for looking for Biko had the rarest book he could find. You hear me? He said, I looked all over the world for this book. And it fits you. It fits right in your library. That's how I'm going to know he the one. Mm-hmm. I done already thought about it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He gonna know what I like off bat. I ain't gonna have to tell him. Mm-mm. I can't get this off. Ain't nobody here to take this damn thing off. Bye, y'all. I love y'all. Somebody just asked me yesterday would I get married again, too. That's weird. That's the second time in 2 days somebody asked me that. What y'all know that I don't know? Y'all know somebody about to come try to marry me? Tell me his name. Tell me. Somebody got to told y'all something? There we go. Thank you, Lord. He about to show up? Mm-hmm. You better have a book with him. Oh, just playing. I'm just joking. Ooh. These is real snake earrings too, y'all. Look at that. Tell me that wasn't good for the port. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. They hurt though. You hope y'all invited to the wedding? Heck yeah. Definitely. And that'll be the fattest wedding ever. Man, that would be so live. Definitely. But y'all gonna be mad because he gonna have to wear a mask over his face. We gonna wear masks. Anybody gonna see his face? Mm-mm. It's gonna be a masquerade wedding. It's gonna be a masquerade. Why? Girl, listen. I don't like everybody knowing who my business is. You do not need to know. What you need to know who my business is for So you could try to go find them. Mm-mm. No, no. I don't want no parts of that. He said, I'll marry you. I'm an ordained minister. Joseph, that scares me. Ordained ministers scare me. You ain't gonna be trying to make me put on a head covering or nothing, are you? You gonna make me put on a head covering? I have to put on my sanctified skirt and stuff. And what about my meds? How you gonna feel about that? I don't know if they want the first lady on the herbs of the field or not. And then instead of having prayer on Fridays, we would probably have Jesus juice. So then I don't know if you really want. That might not be what you want, so. They'll be like the first lady. Every time we turn around, she is outside in the garden. In the garden, y'all. Now, I hope I didn't break this thing because I had to color people rig it, and I think I did. I might have messed up something, family. Because I had to put this pen on there. Oh, shoot. I'm going to go in there and do that. Thank you so much. You deliver from the church. All right, Joseph. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you, Joseph. Y'all, Joseph is delivered. He is delivered from the church. I am delivered. You deliver from the church? Right. They passed the offering plate and I be drop something in there. Oh, shoot. That ain't what that was. I thought this was the... Give me that back. I forgot I was looking for that. Mommy, it smells like Uncle Tyrone's house at church. It smells like Uncle Tyrone's house at church. What you mean, Uncle Tyrone's house? That smell that Uncle Tyrone be having in. Ain't that what they do? They gonna tell on you every time. Churches take food stamps. Don't let them fool you. They used to be spending them food stamps on the church dinners that they were selling on Fridays. Listen, you almost fell out the chair because listen, what you got? Be walking in there with the sensor like, look. Old of the field. Y'all be seeing the priests and they be having that thing and they be like, I be getting the Shekinah glory that came on in. Look at that. No, I'm just playing. Lord, you know I'm joking. I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. Oh, God has a sense of humor and he gave me this. So if you don't like it, you might want to take it up with my daddy because he told me to be like this. That's what he told me to do. He told me to be like this. He did. So I love y'all. I'm about to go and do something. I don't even know what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go do something. But hopefully, y'all got the point today. He be laughing at us. Because you got to think, if he called me to do this, then he knew this is how I was going to do it. With old light up whips and stuff around his face. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, this is one of my favorite things. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I have a lot of props that I like, but this is... I want to be a dragon slayer. I'm going to be at the circus. Like, I just could think of so many things I could be doing with that. I love y'all. Bye, family. Man, that'll be a little bit different. Oh, I love y'all. Indiana Jones. Smiles, what you done said? I already got my Indiana Jones backpack. I'm gonna be running through the Temple of Doom like that. Get ready. Already got my map. Already got my map. Yeah, already. Already got my Indiana Jones map. Already got it. Ready. I'm ready. I got my scroll so that I can send it back to the people in London. I am ready. I'm ready for that. Let's do it. I got my whip so I can swing off the thing when they get ready to come get me and the ground falls down from under my legs. I am so ready for that. You don't even understand. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, y'all. Yep, I really do love y'all. I'm leaving for real now. Please add costumes to my wish list. Keish, that's all you had to say. Bet. It's so many costumes I want on there right now. I'm like, ooh, don't even trip. I'm doing it tonight. Let's do it. Definitely about to put some costumes on. Y'all gonna be sick of me. It's another one I'm already working on already right now. Yes, I definitely will put some on there. Don't even trip. I got you. I'm definitely about to do that. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Good night.